started with a vision, a dream rising up from the Georgia red clay. Brick by brick, beam by beam, we were building something more than just walls. We were shaping a new era, where ambition meets reality. Today, the lights are on, the court is ready, the time is now. This is the beginning of something bigger. A program built by responsibility, sportsmanship, leadership, service, and the pursuit of excellence. From first practice to final play because this isn't just a new ring.
At guard, a 5'4" freshman from Chattanooga, Tennessee, number 2, Kristen Collins. And forward, a 5'10" junior from Tupelo, Mississippi, number 11, Peyton Hervey. At center, a 6'1" freshman from Blairsville, Georgia, number 15, Hope Taylor. And at forward, a 5'7" junior from Huntsville, Alabama, number 24, Nyla Fuller. The Grizzlies are led by head coach Tori Woolley, assisted by Jordan Wilder and Darren Wilkins.
The Grizzlies will represent the CAC Classic. It's going to be the Georgia Gwinnett Grizzlies taking on the Fisher Falcons. We're going to walk on John Porter, joined by Jack Little tonight. We're about ready to get this thing started. Georgia Gwinnett comes into the game with a 16-6 record. They're 6-0 in the CAC. They're on a 9-game winning streak after yesterday's 76-49 defeat of Florida National. As for the Fisher Falcons, well, they are 0-17. They are 0-3 in the conference, and they were on the back end of a 122-17 loss yesterday afternoon. They're only dressing 6 players, so really it's just a war of attrition. They just got to somehow get through this stretch. They are only shooting 60% from the floor. We're about ready to get going, and there is the tip. It's going to go Georgia Gwinnett's way, and immediately Nyla Fuller takes the layup on the right side. Fuller with 1 point yesterday, 2-0. Georgia Gwinnett already on top, and you see a full court press shown by the Grizzlies against the Falcons. They're in the blue with the white letters. Georgia Gwinnett in the gray with the green numbers. And travel immediately.
Yeah, John, I think that's pretty indicative of what we're going to see here today. Fisher has not won a game in 794 days, and the Grizzlies are rolling. They've got 9 wins in a row, and all of those by double figures.
Yes, they're a very hot team coming into this ball game, getting hot at the right time with the conference championship and tournament looming in a couple of weeks. And again, Fisher's just kind of playing out the stretch. There's a shot from Taylor. It's good.
Good to see Hope Taylor getting involved early. The freshman from Blairsville has been up and down in her involvement, but definitely somebody that Coach Willie wants to get more involved here as we get further down the season.
And another turnover, travel by number 6, Isabel Jean, the 5'7" junior guard. Fisher out of Boston, Massachusetts. And again, they just don't have the bodies. There's a 3 ball, and good.
And that's not always been the case at Fisher. You know, they've had some decent teams in the past, and, these last couple of years have just been a real challenge. So, all credit to Vivian Lara on what she's trying to do there.
Steal on the inbound pass from Fuller. She goes up, and good. Of course, it doesn't help when your opposition is 4 for 4 in the early going. In the first minute and 20 seconds, this one 9-0.
Yeah, not really any contested shots for the Grizzlies. Easy buckets every time down the floor.
And on one Fuller's layup, I noticed one of the players just turned around and went back. And this is going to result into another over and back. As Canelas Velasquez picks it up. She almost let the Grizzlies grab it anyway.
Velasquez is undersized, but she is the best player on this Fisher team. She scores about 14 points a game. Not got anybody else averaging more than 4.
And there's Collins again with another 3. 12-0, 8:15 left. Georgia Gwinnett 6 of 6 from the floor, and Collins with the steal. She will give it to Harvey on the near side, and then Collins will get it.
Kristen Collins has great hands. You saw a good example of that right there.
Yes. Yes, she does. There's Tori Woolley. 222 wins, 127 losses in his career. 3 ball for Harvey. That's good. All right. It scores 15-0. And a shot will get a foul as Azariah Wilson will go to the line with a foul against Hope Taylor.
Chance now for Fisher to get on the board through Azariah Wilson.
Score was 122-17 yesterday. First is good for Wilson.
You know, it's tough to lose by those margins, but Morris had no regard for Fisher at all, just decided to press the entire game, which is, you know, unfortunate, but it's the situation and the hand that they've been dealt. So how does Fisher respond to that, rather?
Harvey, another 3. And George Gwinnett now 9 of 9 from the floor, including 4 of 4 from outside. And there's that press you were talking about. They break it. Velasquez almost did an up and down. High lobs.
They're not going to break half court there.
No, 10-second violation. Another turnover.
And that was a big problem yesterday against Morris as well. They did that full court press and they just could not avoid turning the ball over.
Score is 18-1. 7:17 left here in our first quarter of action. George Gwinnett perfect from the floor.
The rare 1 for Fisher.
Yes.
Don't see that often.
Another 3. This time Kristen Collins. She's got 9. She had 12 all yesterday.
Well, in what is already a lopsided game, this red-hot shooting from the Grizzlies is not helping Fisher at all. But for GGC, you want to be efficient, and they have been so far.
Shot from Wilson. A little too strong. Yeah, Fisher scored. Their line score yesterday read 3-3, 10, and 6 during the 4 quarters. In the game against Morris, Velasquez led all scorers for Fisher with 10. 6:37 remaining, 21-1. This is Taylor, and we've got another one.
That's actually really good offense from the Grizzlies against that zone. Look, you had Taylor come off that inside ball screen and found her wide open, and they've got the height advantage, so go into her.
23-1. You have the 6 players. The tallest registered is 5'8", Angelica Morena is number 23. And there's a 3 from Velasquez. Doesn't hit anything except the backboard. Pushing it to Fuller. Fuller, crossover. This is Griffin. She hasn't scored yet. Well, now she has. And the points just keep on flying. I mean, 6 for 6 from outside.
This is borderline unbelievable, though.
It is.
Efficiency on the offensive end.
26-1, and we're 4 minutes into this.
I mean, sure, they're open, but, you don't see a team hit every single one of their open jump shots, and the Grizzlies have so far.
Exactly. 10 of 10. I mean, this is probably a record for this young program in terms of offensive efficiency in the early going. And it is going to be a kickball violation on Fuller.
These are normally the kind of games that you see going the other way on first-year programs. So all credit to Tori Woolley and this GGC staff and administration for putting together such a team. And already 1 year, they're able to come out and play against a team where they're up 26-1 in the first couple of minutes.
Velasquez knocks it out of bounds, but it will stay with the Fisher Falcons. Bounce pass to Wilson. Wilson trying to use the backboard, couldn't get it. Rebound for Fuller.
It's actually a good look for Fisher. They can go inside to Wilson, and she does have a size advantage inside.
And there is your first miss of the ball game by Jemiah Griffin at 5:25 left, but it's a rebound for George Gwinnett. And a foul going for the loose ball. That foul on Jemiah Griffin.
Hope Taylor standing at 6 foot, maybe 6'1". She got a little aggressive there. The smaller player in front of her moved her out of the way. Whistle goes.
So it's Fisher ball as we get to the halfway point of our first quarter. We'll have men's action coming up after this one. Approximately 7:30 here in Eastern Time. We wrap up the CAC Classic. High lob screen looking for Wilson. was double teamed, and Fuller comes down with it. Fuller will go to the far side for Kristen Collins, and no. So apparently when one person misses, they all start missing.
Well, by the law of averages, they had to start missing at some point.
Exactly. Get that percentage back down to about their 36%. 28 from 3. And we're going to have a media timeout right now with 4:34 remaining in our first quarter. Georgia Gwinnett off to a strong start. It's 26-1 on the Grizzly Digital Network. Back to live action after the media timeout. 26-1, Grizzlies up over the Falcons. That is not a misprint. And Georgia Gwinnett's going to throw in some new players. Looks like the second team is in with the so we'll get that set up. There's a tap out to Layla Williams. It's Williams. Well, she'll take from 3. Tried to use the backboard, couldn't get it, and it's going to be Maddie Prochet with the rebound. Prochet puts it up. That thinks about it and drops. So Prochet with 2. She had 13 last night.
It was a full line switch from Coach Woolley and
hockey line switch.
Style.
Yeah, you got number 3, Crystal Collins, number 21, Layla Williams, number 33, Nevaeh Mungio, number 1, Maddie Prochet, and I'm missing one player. There you go. Number 32, Shayla Sandiford. So a full line change. Again, Fisher only has 6, and as shot clock winds down, Velasquez takes it, doesn't hit it. And it's going to be Prochet with the board. Into the corner for Williams. She'll dribble in. Back door, and that's a foul before Prochet could drive. It's going to be on against Velasquez, her first, team first. So again, once you have only 6 people, you have to be very careful with your fouls. Can't get into foul trouble. There's another 3 ball, and that's going to hit the heel, kick off for Crystal Collins, Kristen's cousin. Kristen is a inch taller at 5'4", and Crystal's 5'3". Another 3 from Mungio. That's all she takes, and that's all she hits.
She was a 40% shooter last season at Palomar College out in California, and just has not shot at that percentage here for the Grizzlies this year, but she can really light it up, so this is a great opportunity for her to get going.
As we get back to live action, ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Fisher. 31-1. We're under 3 minutes left, and ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Falcons. Bounce pass inside to number 6, Isabel Jean. The only player not starting was number 2, Karen Corentang. I think she's nursing an injury. Saw her limping a little bit following yesterday's game. Ball still out of bounds with 2:42, and the shot clock is down to 4. They're going to have to hurry here. Here comes Wilson. Stops, puts it up, and will not hit. Did not hit any rim. They're 0 for 5 from the floor. Mungio, this time from the other side, and there's a drill.
And there it is. That's what you want to see from Nevaeh Mungio. Kind of pronunciation change in the middle of the year.
Yeah, Mungeo with 6 now, 34-1, 2:18 left. Wilson, I think almost got blocked from behind, did get blocked from behind. Layla Williams will pick up her first foul. And Wilson, who scored the only point so far for Fisher, gets another chance. And now here is Karen Corentang, the 5'5" junior guard. Wilson shooting two. They are a 37% team from the line. And that one's going to drop after hitting the heel. Wilson from Uniontown, Pennsylvania. Second shot is up and tried to do the same thing. Hit the heel and let it drop. Did not go, though. And Prochet from Conyers gets the rebound. 2:06 left. From the foul line, Collins is short. Sandiford had it. She goes down. So does Wilson. Ball goes out. And it will stay with the Falcons.
It's also a great opportunity to get Crystal Collins going a little bit.
Collins had 11 last night. 5 players in double figures.
Yeah, you look at some of the players on this team who maybe haven't had as much of a impact in recent weeks that they need in order to be successful deep into the postseason. These kind of games are great for confidence and building yourself up.
Prochet is tied up by Christelle Jean, and they will alternate it. And we'll go back to Fisher with 1:37 left and a 34-2 lead. The two Jeans, Christelle and Isabel, twins. They're both from Hampstead, New York, and there's a 3-ball from Wilson, doesn't fall. 0-7 from the field.
Yeah, Velasquez could hit that too. She scored 28 points in a game earlier this season. Certainly someone that can score for this Fisher team.
There's Maddie Prochet, our Grizzly of the game, sponsored by Jets Pizza yesterday. Had 13 in that victory. Now it's 36-2 with just north of a minute left. Georgia Gwinnett now 14-20 from the floor. Again, they started hitting their first 12. The average went down to 70%. Imagine saying going down to 70%. And Jean will pick up the contact. Christelle, her first, team second.
These games can also have a positive effect on your RPI
yes.
and your analytics. When your averages go up, your efficiency numbers go up, all that kind of stuff. Obviously, it's impacted for quality of opponents, so not anything crazy, but it can definitely help you once you get to this part of the year.
Air ball for Collins, picked up by Sandiford. She dunks it in, 38-2 with 30 seconds remaining. Bringing it up is Christelle Jean. There's room on that right side, but she does not get around Mungeo. Loses the dribble. Mungeo comes up with it now, pushing it up to Collins. Crystal, right side, good. And the only player in the lineup who has not scored is Layla Williams. 40-2 after the end of a quarter. Driving is Isabel Jean. Got it! Beats the buzzer. First field goal of the night for the Falcons. And after one, Georgia Gwinnett, 40. Fisher, 4. We'll be right back.
Northside Hospital Orthopedics is here to keep you moving with elite orthopedic, sports medicine, and joint care at locations across the state. We'll be by your side because Georgia moves us, and we keep Georgia moving.
Thank you, Carrie, and welcome, everyone. Welcome to Greek Light. So, tonight, I have a new friend with me. Can you say your name and your sorority, please?
Mac Baldwin, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
Thank you. Can we get our trivia question up on the board, please? The Grizzlies belong to what conference?
C.
Is it C? It is C. Congratulations. Mac has now gotten a good Grizzlies goodie bag.
Second quarter about ready to start. I'm John Morgan with Jack Little, courtside here. Starting the second quarter, as I mentioned, it's Georgia Gwinnett 4, D. Fisher 4. Here's Rachel Porter from outside. Doesn't fall. And Markesia Lancaster gets it.
Well, it was only a matter of time until we saw Porter and Lancaster. 13 total points between them combined on the season. I imagine that they both go higher than that today.
Well, now here's Mungio from outside. Drano. Mungeo with 9. 43-4. In case you're curious, the program record for points scored in a game, 93, set against Abraham Baldwin back on November 15th. It's safe to say that that record is imperiled right now. Here's Velasquez for a stop and a pop and a no drop from the Coffin quarter. Here comes Griffin, and she's going to be fouled by Azaria Wilson.
She gets to the rack so well. Gets downhill, allows that contact. Normally she's able to finish that as well. This time just a little bit too much on it.
So now here's Griffin to the line. So you got Mungeo, Porter, Lancaster, Peyton, Hervey, and Mungeo. That's good. Griffin's got 4.
She's got a smooth stroke.
Yeah,
really
she
hasn't shot it as well as she can this season. But when she gets it going, it's dangerous.
Second shot, good as well. Extends it to 45-4. Just about a minute gone by here in our second quarter. Velasquez brings it across. Velasquez just off the foul line, good from the elbow. And Velasquez gets her name in the score sheet. 45-6. Hervey steps back from the Coffin corner. It's going to rim around and drop. Lancaster double team for the rebound. Couldn't hold on to it.
Markesia Lancaster's already been involved in a lot of those rebounding opportunities. She's got 2 boards and almost had a third right there. She does a good job tracking the ball in the air.
22 points off turnovers for Georgia Gwinnett. And there were 11 turnovers committed by Fisher. So you do the math. Lancaster's going to drive. Could not get contact. She was showing off her wrist, saying this is where they hit it. But we'll go back to Fisher. Rebounds so far, 15-5. And Prochet with 6 already.
She's a little upset about the call, but I do like that from the officials. I mean, when you get a game like this, let's let them play a little bit.
Exactly. 45-6, 8:17 left. Isabella Jean. There's Christelle. Stop and pop rolls off. Another rebound for Georgia Gwinnett. Eyeing the rim and draining it is Peyton Hervey.
Really shooting with a lot of confidence right now. You can see it in this game. I mean, every time she lets it go, she thinks that thing is going down.
The junior with 9 points. And a travel violation on Velasquez. Georgia Gwinnett now 10 of 17 from outside. They had their trouble shooting from outside yesterday in that victory over Florida National, 76-49, but really got going in the third quarter. An 11-0 run to start things off. That broke open a 4-point halftime lead for the Grizzlies, and they coasted from there. Another 3 is good from Hervey. She's got 12. Now they're 11 of 18, 61%, 51-6. We're a quarter of the way through this second period. See what Velasquez is going to do. She's going to drive. She's going to run it up. Too strong off the glass. Now Porter. She'll push it ahead. And that's good for Jemiah Griffin.
Good unselfish play from Rachel Porter. Her teammates were shouting at her, go get the layup, go get the points. But decided to make the good basketball play.
She had an assist yesterday, so she picked up assists in 2 straight games. Velasquez misses from the wing. Now here's Porter on the right side. She got it, but she traveled before she made the shot. And she smiles about that.
That's a bummer for her.
Freshman out of Douglasville Alexander High School. 53-6 with 6:48 remaining. Jean and Mongeo tipped it away. So Harvey goes back on defense. Now they switch back in this 3-2 zone. Velasquez almost stolen from Hervey. Hervey, the first player in double figures for Georgia Gwinnett. She's got a dozen. And the 30-second shot clock expires. That's another turnover.
You mentioned Rachel Porter playing at Alexander High School. She led the state in charges taken. That's one of her best attributes while on the floor. She's able to take charges really well.
13 turnovers now for Fisher. Only 2 for the Grizzlies. I know Coach Woolley likes 13. That's his target number for turnovers that he wants Georgia Gwinnett to commit. If he's under that, he thinks they played a good game. If it's over that, things to work on. They just got under it yesterday, and again, looks like if this keeps going, they'll be under it today. But they just have to play this type of basketball. Don't get a little sloppy. Don't try to push things. Even though you do have a 53-6 advantage with 5:45 remaining. Porter mixes it up with Wilson. Almost got the steal. Shot clock down to 3. Velasquez throws it up. Got the bounce on the rim. Did not go, though. And we're going to have some more subs coming in for the Grizzlies. There's Mongeo. Drano! And Mongeo with a dozen. So the lead is now 56-6 with 5:16 left.
She's an elite catch-and-shoot shooter. We've seen it several times already today.
12 of 20 are the Grizzlies from outside the arc. We're going to have a media timeout. Next dead ball as Wilson picks it up. Tries to force it to Velasquez. Velasquez baseline. No, she hit the side of the rim. And we'll get called for the charge with Porter picking up the contact.
And there it is. That's, I just mentioned that a second ago. But Porter is really able to do that very well. She just has a good feel for where she is on the court. Kid is able to get in position and take a charge. Right there, you saw a great example of it.
56-6 as we hit our media timeout. 4:58 left. We'll be right back here on the Grizzly Digital Network. Grizzlies enjoy a 50-point lead as we hit the halfway juncture here in the second quarter. John Morgan with Jack Little here on the Grizzly Digital Network. Thanks for spending time with us this late Saturday. And we'll have men's action in a little bit. There's Crystal Collins, who's back in. Can't hit that three. Georgia Gwinnett came in 60% from 3. Velasquez trying to push up the tempo. Wilson, near side for Christelle Jean. Jean will push it out, and they're going to work around the perimeter again. Last 2 trips down the court resulted in shot clock violations. It'll stay with Fisher. Nyla Fuller knocked it out.
We do anticipate the men's matchup later to be a little bit more competitive than this one. The Fisher's men's program has a little bit more of a solid foundation at the moment.
Missed by Wilson. Take it down. Collins can't hit. And Crystal will go to the line. Foul will be against Christelle Jean, her second. Team third of the quarter.
Crystal Collins.
Now Pache back in.
Shooting 2.
And Christelle to the line. Sorry. Puts it up. Good. She's got 3 now for the ball game. Second shot, good as well. 58-6. 4:15 left. Here's Jean. And watch out, heads up. It went kind of overshot the pass, so the ball kind of comes into our area. If you make your living on press row, you're going to get a basketball in the face at least once a season. Did not come this far to us, almost knocked our PA announcer, but went past him as well. There's a shot for 3, bounces around, won't go for Kristen Collins, and another foul. If that's Velasquez, that's her 3rd.
And that's really bad news for
number 13, Z. Wilson.
Fisher. Velasquez can play, so they really don't want to lose her. Her whole offense kind of is most of the team's offense.
Exactly, and like I mentioned, it's good for Griffin. She's got 8 now. I mean, you only have 6 players dressed, so if you lose her, you're playing 5-on-5. You're playing 5-on-5, and you might go to 5-on-4. Second one missed, but Fuller gets the rebound. Fuller pushes back, can't get the shot to go. They'll leave it out, and now a 3 ball from Collins doesn't fall. Fuller tracks down the loose ball before she goes out of bounds, is able to get it to Kristen Collins. Shot clock at 18. Collins. Crystal calls for it again. Tries again. This time it goes.
Crystal Collins.
3rd time's the charm. 62-6 now with 3:27 left.
Good-looking jump shot from the wing there. Zone look from GGC.
And off to the right from Crystal Jean. And this will be a foul, and Wilson will go to the line.
Personal
That's
foul,
the
number
second
15,
on Hope Taylor.
Second personal foul.
Only 14
First team
fouls
foul.
on Georgia Gwinnett this ball
Z.
game.
Wilson is at the line.
And Georgia Gwinnett did a great job with fouls yesterday as well. Does not go on the first opportunity for Wilson. They only committed 3 personals the entire first half. There's the second one, doesn't fall either. But it's a lane violation. Doesn't matter, didn't go anyway. It'll be Grizzly basketball with 3:16 remaining and a 62-6 lead for the Grizz. Collins will take the 3 from the wing. Bounces off. Taylor keeps it alive for Prochet to come down with it. She throws it up and got it.
Really nice play from Maddie Prochet. Probably got a foul too, not called, but she did a great job finding it in the air and then is able to extend herself and kind of lay out for that layup.
Yeah, nice contortionist motion there. She's got 6, and it's 64-6. And telegraph pass. But Kristen Collins could not reel it in.
To the Falcons.
As we're going to see Quarantine come in. And who's going to come out? It will be Marinez. Angelica Meja Marinez. She's out of East Boston High. Freshman. Yeah, as you mentioned, very young team in terms of these 6. Quarantine's the only senior. Velasquez a freshman. And Collins tried to push the ball up. It got tangled in. Goes the other way. Velasquez feeds Wilson from the right side. Wilson puts it up and bounces off the rim. Another rebound for Prochet. And if this is against Velasquez, no, they give it to Jean. And that's her 3rd. So you got Crystal Jean and Velasquez, each with 3. Velasquez, by the way, is out of her hometown of Bayamon, Puerto Rico.
Is on the line, shooting 2.
And again, Prochet to the line.
Quite a few foreign players in the NAIA, especially in soccer and baseball, but you see them in basketball as well. There were a few on Florida National yesterday.
First one bounces off. Georgia Gwinnett now 13 of 25 from outside. They are 5 of 7 from the line. And that's good. Brochet with 7. 65-6, 2:09 remaining. Rebounds 27-8 in favor of Georgia Gwinnett. Brochet now with 8 rebounds and 8 points. That's good from outside for Velasquez.
Just a matter of time before that fell for her.
65-9. Crystal Collins, one hand pass to Layla Williams. Williams still hasn't gotten her name in the scorebook.
It was actually a nice fill and replace by Williams. Thought she'd have an open look and just didn't materialize.
Sandiford to the right. Rebound goes to Fisher. Isabel Jean came up with it. Here's Christelle. They'll go to Velasquez. She thought about the 3, got into a better position. Too strong.
I think she got away with a walk there, John.
Yeah. Ball's loose on the court. Collins comes up with it. She's got Brochet on the other side. Brochet's calling for it. Collins backs up into the corner, takes the shot, and drills it. And we have a timeout on the court. I think that was it's a shorty. We'll keep it here. It's 65-9. GGC already with 20. It is 67-9, so they did call that shot for Collins. She's got 9 on the day. And this will be a timeout for the Fisher Falcons. 67-9.
Got the footy number. 67.
Yep, exactly. So George Gwinnett, we see 6 on the court for the Grizz. Somebody's going to have to come on. Now,
everybody wants to play.
It's either Sandiford or Taylor. It's going to be Taylor will be the odd person out. Rachel Porter back in. Acacia Lancaster back in. Under a minute left. Here's Velasquez from outside. This time doing the far wing, opposed to the near. She's able to get her own rebound. Shot clock will reset to 20. Now back to the far wing, and that will run off for Jean. This time coming up with it is Crystal Collins.
Rachel Porter's wide open.
Left side, got it!
There you go, Rachel Porter.
And Rachel Porter gets her name in the scorebook. 69-9, shot clock off. Now, Lancaster and Williams, the only 2 players who need some points. They'll go to the far side, and Velasquez, who launches one, bounces off. Sandiford with the board. She's lost it. Williams comes back up with it after a shot by Corentang. Williams, heavy dribble, and they get a block. That 3 drained from Porter.
She was ready for it.
And Christelle Jean with 4 fouls.
Christelle Jean, 4th personal foul.
So Layla Williams with a chance to get in the book with 2.4 seconds left in a 69-9 Georgia Gwinnett lead. First one bounced out. And here is number 2. Good. So Porter in with 1, 70-9, only 2.5 seconds left. And we'll get dribbled out. So George Gwinnett with a clinic here in this first half. The Grizzlies put 30 on the board, while Fisher counters with 5. It's 70-9, and we're going to take a break. 15 minutes, we'll have the second half after that amount right here on the Grizzly Digital Network.
Whether you're craving popcorn, nachos, or a cold soda, we've got you covered. Also, if you need to stretch your legs or freshen up, the restrooms are located on the main concourse, so make sure to stop by before the second half begins. And now for some halftime fun. Ladies and gentlemen, direct your attention to the court, where Sarah has some contestants for a fun halftime game. I'm rooting for Chi Phi, by the way, Sarah.
Welcome, everyone. So tonight we are going to be playing musical basketballs. It's basically musical chairs, but we have all of our Greek life here. So we have Alpha Kappa Alpha. We have Alpha Phi Alpha, Kappa Alpha Psi, and Chi Phi. So we're going to play some music. When the music stops is when you need to grab a basketball, okay? Once we are down to 2 people, we are going to add a basketball back in, play the music a little bit, and then the first person to make a 3-pointer on this goal, once you guys, once the music stops, we'll get a goodie bag, okay? Everyone understand? All right. You can go ahead and play the new songs. All right, go ahead. Corion's the first one out. All right, everyone set it back down. All right, go ahead. Oh, next one out, okay. All right, let's run back in the circle. Go ahead and start walking.
All the pretty girls stand up. All the pretty girls stand up. Pretty boys stand up. This right here is my sway. Sway. All the girls are on me. Sway. Everybody.
Not yet. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Here is my pretty boy.
All right. Let's get it set up again. Let's keep going.
Get out the way.
Jalen is out. All right. There's 4 left. Let's have 3 basketballs. All right, let's go. All right, now we're down to 3. So close. All right, let's put the basketballs on each edge of the G-Claw. All right, just a reminder, the music's gonna go. First one to make a 3-pointer wins, okay? Y'all need to cheer them on, okay? All right, let's go. Music is going. No, 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 no. Come on, guys, let's cheer them on. All right, can I have our winner over here, please? Can you please say your name and what fraternity you represent?
Brandon LeGrant, Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated.
Congratulations. You can come over here for your goodie bag.
Why you always in the mood? Around like I'm brand new. I ain't tryna tell you what to do, but try to play cool. Baby, I ain't playing by your rules. Everything look better with a view. Why you always in the mood? Around like I'm brand new. I ain't tryna tell you what to do, but try to play cool. Baby, I ain't playing by your rules. Everything look better with a view. I can never get attached. When I start to feel I unattached, somehow I was in the feeling bad. Baby, I am not your dad. It's not all you want from me. I just want your company. Girl, it's obvious. I don't feel it in the room. We're part of it. Don't act so confused. You I'm starting it. Now I'm in the mood. Now we arguing in my bedroom. We play games of love to avoid the depression. We've been here before, and I won't be a victim. Why you always in the mood? Around like I'm brand new. I ain't tryna tell you what to do, but try to play cool. Baby, I ain't playing by your rules. Everything look better with a view. Why you always in the mood? Around like I'm brand new. I ain't tryna tell you what to do, but try to play cool. Baby, I ain't playing by your rules. Everything look better with a view. So why you tryna play your love on the regular? When you call me blowing up, that was say love. I will never let a shawty go and set me up. Only thing I need to know is if you wet enough. I'm talking slick back, kick back, gangs up in 40s. You keep playing on me every day with your shawty. Mismatch, I was wet for you know me. Got a lot of love, but you better save it for me. We play games of love to avoid the depression. We've been for you, I guess you're getting everything you want. You got in the car and your career's really taking off. It's like we never even happened, baby. What the
Second half about ready to commence here from the new GGC Convocation Center in Lawrenceville, Georgia. John Morgan with Jack Little. Again, we'll be having men's action between these two squads coming up at approximately 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Join us for that. 70-9, Georgia Gwinnett having their way with Fisher, and it's Fisher basketball to start the second half. Thing to watch out for, foul difficulties for Christelle Jean and Canelius Velasquez. Jean's got 4, Velasquez has 3, and we immediately have a steal from Jemiah Griffin, right side, good. Griffin with 9, and that's going to make it 72-9 with 9:40 remaining. Again, GGC record for most points scored in a game during this inaugural season, 93 back in November against Abraham Baldwin. That record seems certain to fall here. Zaria Wilson misses, and the second shot doesn't go as well. Wilson with 2 for the Falcons. They're led by Canelius Velasquez with 5. Here comes Griffin going underneath Wilson. Can't get the shot to go. And we'll go back to the Falcons. And they're out of Boston, Massachusetts. Frequent visitors to this area with their softball team always coming down for the CAC tournament.
Yeah, good member of the CAC. Been in various tournaments down here. Lawrenceville had him in the soccer tournament a couple times.
Pass was going for Wilson. Hope Taylor steps in front of it. Georgia Gwinnett led by Harvey. She's going to drive and gets the roll. That gives her 14. Harvey with 14. Mangeo with 12 leads the team. 74-9. Georgia Gwinnett now shooting 61% from the floor, 52 from 3, 13 of 25.
50% from behind the arc is a really good sign for these Grizzlies. We've talked about it a little bit, but you love to see them shooting efficiently.
Tip. They'll stay with Fisher. Fisher shooting 12.5% from the floor, 7.1 from 3. They are 33.3 from the line, which is a little bit lower than their average. They're only averaging about 16% from the floor. So they've had their difficulties, and again, the shot clock was going down. So Isabel Jean had to put it up, tried to beat it. Velasquez got the rebound. So a shot clock violation, another turnover. That's 19 on the day for Fisher. Georgia Gwinnett has transformed those 18 into 33 points. Collins can't hit, Kristen. And that one from Hervey is a little too strong. And they will alternate. Should be Georgia Gwinnett's basketball. So now they'll change the possession. Georgia Gwinnett only with 2 more regular season games after this one. As Fuller thinks about it, they'll be back here a week from today against Haskell Indian Nations. That's going to be their regular season home finale. Fuller with 2 seconds left. Now back to Hervey. Hits the rim. And we'll go out of bounds.
Yeah, John, you look at these 2 coming up. Haskell at home. Haskell's one of the better teams in the CAC, so that's a game that you're looking at for these Grizzlies. And if you win that one, you're probably going to be the 1 seed in the CAC tournament. Put yourself in a great spot to head to that NAIA tournament. The CAC tournament will be right here in Lawrenceville. And then you go to Bluefield, another opportunity to keep that win streak going.
3 ball for Velasquez. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but
no, you're good.
Velasquez drains it from the top of the key. She's got 8, 74-12.
There you go, another bucket for Fisher. But yeah, for these Grizzlies, these next 2 games coming up are going to be very important heading into this conference tournament. I mean, they could go in realistically on a 12-game win streak, which would just be fantastic for their momentum heading into the CAC and NAIA tournaments.
Trying to get a 1 seed in the conference tournament, another 3. That's good for Kristen Collins. She's got 12, and maybe get a home seed, a home berth in the NAIA tournament. I know that's what they're looking for.
They're probably a long shot for that at the moment, just based on the results, but you never know. I mean, you win your conference and you're on a 12-game heater, you look at that as a committee and you're saying, well, maybe this is one of the better teams in the country.
That Bluefield game will be a rematch of a game earlier in the season. I think it was Georgia Gwinnett's 4th game on that homestand. They won by 20, 62-42. in Bluefield, way up in the West Virginia mountain border area. There's a 3 ball. That's good for Collins. She's got 15 now. It's 80-12 with 6:12 remaining.
When some of the game pressure comes off in a game like this, you really see how good of shooters these players are. You know, it's a 68-point game at the moment, so there's just not that kind of pressure on them, but they're able to just stroke it when they're open, and you know, that's kind of like shooting in warm-ups, and that's why their percentages are so high today.
The Bluefield Rams football team has a unique distinction as that ball from Christelle Jean goes off to the left. They are the only school in the country. Well, let's get this drive in as Collins. She's had all day for that 3. Doesn't go.
I'm on the edge of my seat here, John. What we got?
They are the only school in the country where their football stadium and the parking lot are in different states.
Wow. How about that?
5:37 remaining as we take our media timeout. Georgia Gwinnett ahead, 80-12.
City of Lawrenceville, Jets Pizza, Hayes Automotive, Gwinnett Sports Commission, Downtown Lawrenceville, Fast Signs, Staybridge Suites Duluth, Sugarloaf, Comfort Inn at Sugarloaf, and Northside Hospital. Your support makes everything we do possible. We truly appreciate you being a part of the Grizzly family.
Well, back to live action after the media timeout. 80-12 is the score. And just before we went to break, we mentioned that Bluefield is the only school in the nation where, for their football team, the stadium and the parking lot for the stadium are in different states. The West Virginia line cuts right behind the stadium. Now, Velasquez. Over to Jean, back to Velasquez at the top, working perimeter. Again, they let the shot clock go down almost to 0. They've had a couple of shot clock violations. And this one's going to get it under 10 as Velasquez is going to try to move the ball around. Now, hoisting it, and that's an air ball. Goes out of bounds for Isabel Jean. No fouls for either team here in the second half so far as we get close to halfway home, 80-12.
Well, that's really good news for Fisher, who's dealing with some foul trouble.
Yes. Mangeo goes to Sandiford. Sandiford backs out, gives it to Crystal Collins. Hoists it, rimmed out. A little too strong. Velasquez gets the board.
Anytime you miss like that, it was a good release, and just couldn't find the bottom.
They like these high ball passes. Another 3, a little early in the clock, only 15 seconds that time. Doesn't go for Jean. They're now 2 of 18 from outside. Driving, Williams had a bump at the end, was not called. Now we have a foul.
That's on Isabel Jean.
Oh, number 6, Isabel Jean. That'll be her first. And now we have the media timeout with 4:20 remaining.
First team foul.
It's still 80-12, Georgia Gwinnett over Fisher. And we'll take a quick break. You're on the Grizzly Digital Network.
I just wanna rock. I just wanna rock. Body out of ya. Shorty got that body out of ya. Hit it once, no time. Side up, you gon' kill my vibe. Stand on my money, don't know my size. Pick them sides, and you better choose wisely. That's my high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's my high. Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want.
80-12. Favor of the Grizzlies. Stop and a pop coming in and dropping for Shayla Sandiford. And she's got 4 on the day. 80-12. 4:09 remaining. Again, the record is 93. Here comes Isabel Jean, baseline, and she stepped on said
Out of bounds.
baseline. Back
It's
to Georgia
Grizzlies
Gwinnett.
basketball.
Here comes Crystal Collins. They'll go to Monjeo.
Overload set out of a 2-3.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to go baseline now. Monjeo, that's going to be short. Rebound, Wilson. Only 1 foul so far in this third quarter. 3:38 left.
Grizzlies showing zone.
Yep, looks like it. Again, they're up by 70. No sense to get too deep in your playbook. Here's Velasquez. Got it! And Velasquez with 11.
Velasquez.
That's just
For
the
3.
third three-pointer of the day, all from Velasquez. They're 16% from outside, but now it's 82-15, 3:13 left. Monjeo inside to Pache. Pache stumbles. Is able to get to Williams, and it still hits that heel. And foul.
Appreciate does really well on the glass. Just has a good feel for the game.
Yeah,
Ball goes up. She's got great
personal
feet, too.
foul.
Wilson picks up her
Team
second.
foul.
And Wilson will take a seat. And Georgia Gwinnett will inbound it. 21 turnovers for Fisher have given way to 36 points for Georgia Gwinnett. Georgia Gwinnett also leading rebounding 38-15. Pache with 11. She needs 2 more points for another double-double. And she's going for it. Not quite. Got her own rebound for number 12. Ball got tipped away. Crystal Collins from outside. And that glances off the iron. Another rebound for Sandiford. Shot clock will go back to 20 as we get under 3 to go.
I love the way that this group on the floor is rebounding right now.
Sandiford back outside. Launcher. Kicks out. Right to Williams. Thinks about the 3. She'll drive and spin it in.
Good take from Williams.
And Williams with 3. 84-15. 2:25 left.
Just controlled her body in the air and is able to make that finish. That's hard to do going through contact.
No, yes, it is. Velasquez had a one-handed pass. It got tipped away from Williams and goes out of bounds. Back to the Falcons with 2:12 left in the third. Into the corner for Corentang. Corentang's out of Worcester, Massachusetts. Worcester South Heights. 3 ball as the time runs down. Doesn't go. Christelle Jean with it. That's the home place of my dad in Worcester.
Oh, how about that?
A little bit of maybe a 40-60 minutes outside Boston. Due west. Can't be due east. You're in the Atlantic. Anyway.
Are you a Northeast guy, John?
Well, not really. Parents were. Won't go for Williams. Collins. Good! Crystal Collins with 12.
Collins for 3.
Makes it 87-15. Georgia Gwinnett now 17 of 39. There's a steal for Collins, and she'll take it herself. Gives herself 14 now, and it's 89-15 with a minute left.
Great read by Collins.
Another 3 from the top, off to the right. That was Isabel Jean with it.
Rare offensive rebound for Fisher. Karen Corentang did well to come off the wing and find the ball.
Velasquez can't hit from the wing. Pache kind of pushes. She kind of pushed Velasquez out of the way, gets the layup. Pache with 10, so she's got a double-double. Makes it 91-15. 30 seconds left. There's about 7-second differential in the clocks. 5 players for the Grizzlies in double figures. Almost stolen with 18 seconds. Shot clock down to 6. Velasquez will hoist. And Prochet with the rebound.
Seems like we've said that 100 times, John.
Yes, we have. That's 13 rebounds. Sandiford had an open look but couldn't hold on to it. They'll go back to Fisher with just about 3 seconds left. They will roll the ball to Velasquez. Velasquez picks it up, puts it up, and hits off the backboard. Well, we got one more quarter to play. It's Georgia Gwinnett, 91. Fisher, 15. Fourth quarter coming up here on the Grizzly Digital Network.
All right, Grizzlies, this is your time to shine. Get on your feet and get your energy flowing for Swag Surf.
I'm on hypnotic, exotic, big polo on my body. Got a bag girl beside me, and a friend right behind me, and I'm swag. I'm surf, I'm swag, I'm surf, I'm swag, I'm surf. I'm clean like this detergent on Patron, yellow gold, purple by the zone. Yeah, I'm smoking strong, and you know I'm on 'cause I'm swag. I'm surf, I'm swag, I'm surf, I'm swag, I'm surf. I'm clean like this detergent. I'm in the club with a pocket full of bands. Stupid friends like a rat up in saran. Swag super cool, blowing strong like a fan. And my chain shining hard, it just gave my neck a tan. Like it's on pop, I couldn't swole all this finish.
Final quarter of action from the Convocation Center. Again, men's basketball coming up at about 7:30. Fisher and Georgia Gwinnett. Jack will have the call. Well, the Grizzly needs 2 points to tie the record for most points in a game in this inaugural season. They need 9 for the first time to hit 100. Well, again, Fisher 15. They scored 22 yesterday, so they need 7 more to equal yesterday's output. Right now, they're just passing around the backcourt, just working clock, draining it. Porter is back in the ball game. Now the shot clock down to 5, and off the hands of Christelle Jean.
It's Grizzly basketball.
Fisher only had two fouls in that third quarter. They have 10 for the ball game. Georgia Gwinnett still at 4 for the entire game. No fouls at all called against the Grizz in the third frame. Collins inside looking for Taylor. Got tipped away. And it'll go back to Fisher with 9:21 left.
Yeah, John, we'll be on that men's game coming up next. Should be a good one. The Florida College Falcons gave the Grizzlies a run for their money last night. Fisher, similar to that level. Should be a decent game of basketball.
Driving is Jean. Now over to Velasquez, who likes that point on the wing. Again, they're getting the ball, and they're just kind of holding on to it. Taking the clock down. And now the clock's at 5. Velasquez throws one up and picks up a foul. And that's going to be on Crystal Collins. Or first.
Personal
and Velasquez
foul,
to the
Crystal
line.
Collins. First personal foul, first team foul. Kenyu Velasquez is on the line.
Velasquez with 11 points today. And that's off to the left. A little short. She'll have one more. Second shot. Rimmed out. Taylor with the board. So after missing both of them, Georgia Gwinnett gets a chance to tie that record. Porter. Rachel Porter with 2 points today. Averaging just about .6 coming in. 3 ball from Collins. Drano.
3 for 2.
That
Crystal
is 16 for Collins, and Georgia Gwinnett has tied their season record. 93-15, 8:25 left. Velasquez hits the back end. Wilson had it for a second, lost it, and will go to the Grizzlies.
Out of bounds to the Grizzlies.
So this is a chance to set the new standard for most points in a game in the regular season. Collins with it. She's got 16. Collins picks it up. Now goes into the corner for Lancaster. She's the only one who hasn't scored. And misses the three. And freshman from Norcross, Georgia. Been on some of those Blue Devil teams. 7:52 remaining. Another three effort. That won't fall for Christelle Jean. Back to the Grizz. Collins says, you know what? I'll take it again. This time it's off to the left. And they'll alternate. In comes Layla Williams. She will replace Maddie Perche. Leaves with 8.
So please.
And here comes Marinez, Angelica Marinez.
3, 4, 2.
And she'll come in for Corentang. And Corentang's got the entire right leg in a brace.
Yeah, I mean, already a depleted roster, and they're dealing with injuries, too. It's really just an unfortunate situation that Fisher has going on there. But, you know, they still come out and they play hard. And
Lancaster with another,
good.
Lancaster with another air ball. Still the only player who hasn't gotten in the book, point-wise. And there's Layla Williams, who gets in with 5. Makes it 95-15, and there is your record. Still time to add on to it with 7:15 to go. Georgia Gwinnett in a box and 1. Wilson blocked. Stays with the Falcons. Again, they're just going to work perimeter and work clock as we get under 7 minutes left. And the clock hits 0. Velasquez can't hit. That shot would have counted if it was good right at the buzzer. Now Collins with it, guarded by Jean. To the near side for Porter. Porter puts it up, and it's too strong. And Jean picks it up.
Yep, it's going to be on 3.
And that's going to be a foul on Crystal Collins. Her second.
3 white.
Team second of the quarter. Back to the Falcons. An 80-point lead.
It's not something you hear every day.
No, not really. Runner from Velasquez, right hand, goes!
She's got a couple nice things to her game. She can shoot it. She can pull up. You know, that one dribble pull-up we saw from the elbow, and then now we see a drive and a floater.
13 points for Velasquez. That one will bounce out for Collins. Gets the rebound. Porter drives in from the foul line. Got it!
Rachel Porter for 2.
That's 4 points for Rachel. 97-17. 6 minutes left.
Rachel had 5 points total coming into today, so an opportunity to surpass her season total in just one game today with another bucket.
Yeah, she's 2 for 4. There's a shot off the heel from Velasquez. Another rebound for Layla Williams. And Williams is fouled. And oh boy, I think this might... Nope, it's going to be... Well, it's going to be against Isabel Jean, her second. With 5:41 to go. You got to be careful because Velasquez has 3. Christelle Jean has 4. And Isabel Jean with 2. That was only the 13th foul of the quarter. That's Lancaster to inbound. Still the only Georgia Gwinnett player not to score.
I bet they look for her here.
They're going to try to get her in the book.
If not on this possession, in one of the ensuing ones.
We still got 5:34 left. Near side, Collins. Mongeo in the corner. Knocked out from Jean. Stays with the Grizz. 16 on the shot, 5:27 on the game clock. They'll get it in. Lancaster looking around. And there's Sandiford with a jumper. Sandiford with 6. We're at 99-17. 5 minutes left. Velasquez way downtown. No.
She knew it was off, but she went after it and allowed her team to get no board.
Yeah, Corentang with the rebound and the score. We're under 5 minutes to go. Porter working around now inside to Collins. Jumper, no, too strong. Oh, but Lancaster with the board. Inside Collins for 101. There you go.
Just a great feed from Lancaster, finding Collins cutting. They actually had Lancaster a few times in that dunker spot and just couldn't quite get it to her out of that zone. And then she makes herself known with the offensive board and a great dish.
That's 18, that's almost a steal for Crystal Collins. And it's going to take us to our media timeout. 4:16 left. Georgia Gwinnett breaks the century mark. It's 101-17. And we'll be right back here on the Grizzly Digital Network.
GGC Athletics would like to give a special shout out to all of our Greek life in attendance tonight. Thank you for your support. Mark your calendars, Grizzlies fans. You don't want to miss our next home game on Saturday, February 14th at 1 o'clock between the Haskell Indian Nations University Fighting Indians and your very own Georgia Gwinnett College Grizzlies. And fans, don't go anywhere. Stick around for the second half of tonight's doubleheader to watch the GGC men's basketball team take on Fisher College at 7:30 p.m.
I'm just doing my dab. I call it the pipe it up. They know that I'm having blue Benjamins. They know I'm on top of the pyramid. They know I'm gonna go to the Guinness. All this dabbing tripping. Piped up in the city. Piped up with your piped up. Piped up intervention. Piped up new edition. When a start talking, got a pipe up the ammunition. Yo, walking around piped up. When she see me, she blowing kisses. Feeling like Aladdin. Quiver the genie.
Well, back to live action. 101-17. First time Georgia Gwinnett women's basketball has cracked the century mark.
It's a first-year program here at GGC, and really this has just been an incredible season for Coach Tori Woolley and everybody involved. And there's still a lot more to go, and the CAC tournament will be here, and the Grizzlies are one of the favorites in that.
17-6 was what Georgia Gwinnett's record will go to. They'll have won 10 straight when this one is over. 3-ball, left side. Drano from Mungeo.
Nevaeh Mungeo.
Mungeo with 15. 104-17. Well, Fisher will still have 3 more chances to get a W. They're going to play Friday at home against Washington Adventist. 2 days later, it will be Maine Fort Kent. And finally, Leslie on the 17th. And that's a rescheduled game from January 27th.
Obviously, you never know, but it's looking like a long shot, and that'll make it 2 straight seasons with 0 wins.
Ooh.
Just tough up there in Fisher.
Three shot for Velasquez. Doesn't fall. Sandiford with it. 3:09 on the clock. Mungeo. Drano. That's 18 for Mungeo. That's all she does, shoot and hit threes.
Yeah, a little bit like Jack Golke, if you remember him at Oakland.
Yes.
NCAA tournament legend. Would not shoot a 2.
Porter. Couldn't hit it. But there's Sandiford to put it in.
For 2.
109-17. With us. 2:40 left. Sandiford has 9 rebounds. She needs 1 more for 10. And she's got 8 points, 9 rebounds. There's an air ball for Jean. Outside chance to get a double-double. Sandiford. Well, she couldn't get that shot off. Too far underneath. So they'll turn it around for Crystal Collins. Hits the heel. Now there's 1 more rebound. So that's 10. Porter drives in. Got it!
There you go. Rachel Porter surpasses her season total today with 6 points. She's had 5 all year.
2 minutes left. 111-17. Now Sandiford with 10 boards. She needs 2 more points to get a double-double. Griffin leads in assists with 6. And then again, they're just going to, Jean kicks it out to the other Jean. That's way off to the right. Another rebound for Sandiford.
See if they don't look for her to get a double-double.
Collins off the glass and good. Crystal with 20. 1:13-17, 86 seconds left. Jean brings it up. I got to hand it to Fisher. They only committed 3 fouls in the second half. Those people with foul trouble stayed out of it. Looks like they're going to play the whole way. Ball tipped high in the air. Jean comes down with it. Bounce pass inside for Wilson. Around Sandiford. Got the bump, got the basket, and got the foul.
Great take from Wilson.
Yes.
Able to put her body into Sandiford and get the finish as well.
First foul against Sandiford. 13 foul of the quarter. Another good performance with fouls for George Gwinnett.
12 boards for Sandiford. Does she go for the double-double? 8 points, 12 boards.
We're under a minute remaining. I know that we're trying to let Coach Woolley and the bench knows that she just needs 2 for the double-double. They get it to Lancaster. Sandiford, her feet are on the line, but she got it. That's your double-double for Shayla Sandiford.
There you go, Shayla Sandiford. Double-double on the deep 2.
1:15-19, so the only other milestone you have to hit is Lancaster getting in the scorebook. She's the only player not to score for George Gwinnett. There's Wilson. Drive, and then Sandiford almost had the rebound. Ball goes out. It will go to George Gwinnett.
I hear Coach Woolley over there saying no shots. That means that we will not see a Marquesa Lancaster bucket. Instead, we will see a 115-19 victory.
They'll just dribble us out here. As Fisher only manages 4 points in that last quarter. George Gwinnett with 24. Looks like your final score will be Grizzlies will win it 115-19 to win their 17th game of the season, 10th in a row, and a great way to end their participation in the CAC. So I'm John Morgan for Jack Little. We'll be right back. And then remember, at the bottom of the hour, men's basketball action. George Gwinnett and Fisher. You're watching the Grizzly Digital Network.